Well, I think Solstice works because of the team that we have, and I think that top down, we have a very strong team, and that trickles down to the bottom. And so, say like the fact that there's a multidisciplinary team here is very helpful.
First and foremost, it has to do with people, and then it also has to do with people who I think try to stay humble about how we do what we do. I've been here since 2010. And the thing that I have loved most is I enjoy coming to work with the people that I work with. That's a big part of why I think any good that happens from Solstice is a direct relationship or directly correlated with the people who try to make it happen in a pretty humble way.
We are a trauma-informed program, and so a lot of the clinical team either has EMDR or brain spotting training, and then on top of that, we are one of the only programs that has substance use for young women or biologically female. And so for us, we can stand out in that way because we're able to serve a population that isn't really well served in other areas of residential.
We're able to talk and share and open up about what's going on. And if they dive deep enough, they share and they're vulnerable, right? And being vulnerable in that group is an opportunity for them to also build a community. And it is about building that community where we can support each other.
It's not about individuals exclusively. Individuals are important, but it's about the relationships that we have. Trauma, substance abuse, suicide, depression, anxiety, self-harm. None of those things are issues that happen just in a vacuum. They both affect and are affected by the relationships around them. So I'm a big fan of family systems theory. If we can just embrace and support the courage that it takes to do that difficult stuff, and even honor the fact that sometimes I don't want to, and it takes a lot to get to that point of willingness to do that. I think a big part of my approach is helping to just meet kids and families right where they are. And if they're unwilling, that is okay. We work with that. Kids start to do the scary work of change for themselves, not just checking boxes or change for mom or change for dad or change for a teacher. That's a big part of it for me.
Kids and families, oftentimes the kids will come in with trauma, so I like to tell them trauma at its core is about not having control. And the best way for someone to achieve healing towards, mending the scars or the wounds that have come about through trauma is by having control. And so I try to do my best to create as much control as possible for the kids and saying, if you're uncomfortable with talking about something right now, we don't have to go over that. Let's talk about the impact that it's having and how we can make changes to that and kind of deal with, low-hanging fruit. I'm not going to push them beyond their limits, but I am going to push them, and I'm going to ask them to take those small but courageous steps in the right direction.
And I always actively encourage kids, hey, stay in touch. Let me know how it turns out. Let me know. Just touch base once in a while if you like, and let me know. And so I hear back from kids, and to me that's the fun part is seeing them become productive citizens, go out and do things and go to school and get jobs and have careers and families, and so that's kind of what keeps me going is the fact that these kids really often will check in, touch base, and let me know how things are going. And even if it's gone bumpy, that's okay. Everybody's life has some bumps, but nice to see them keep plugging away.
When I say it feels like a family, that's what it really feels like, because you get to have all of these people come in and be a part of your treatment experience. You just don't get that elsewhere.